This is Just Between Us Mamas podcast. I'm Amber.
I'm Daisy.
And today we are going over new mom must-haves.
Yes.
What are you drinking today real quick though? What are you drinking today?
I've got water today.
I got orange juice. I figured we should
Yes.
let them know what we're drinking every day. Daisy had a really good idea that we're going to get cups with our name, like our podcast name. Just had to put it out there. She's very good crafty.
Little matching cups to drink out of while we're doing the show, because we thought it'd be super fun.
Because if you didn't know, we also YouTube this, so.
Yes, there is a visual option. You can find the link to our YouTube channel in our bio. We do occasionally forget that we're recording.
On both.
But yeah, so we do have a visual option. It's in our Instagram bio. You can find the link there, and we link it in our show notes as well.
Also, disclaimer, as we learned before from the stay-at-home mom episode, Bentley is a stay-at-home mom, and you will see or hear Bentley, depending whichever way you're tuning in. So, disclaimer.
He's hanging out with us. He's our little buddy in here.
Alright, so new mom must-haves. Did you want to start it off?
Yeah, so there are so many lists on the internet telling you what you need for your new baby. And it's so overwhelming. Like, I remember when I was pregnant, I had this little notebook with categories like
holy shit,
nursery, clothes, travel, like all like these different like categories. And every time I would read one of those lists, I would be adding new stuff to like each category. Mm-hmm. And I just realized, like, once I had him, that there were some pretty basic things that were definitely my lifesavers, and there were a lot of things on those lists that I didn't need.
That you probably never touched again.
Exactly.
Or after a certain age, like, there's no point.
You just don't use it anymore, yeah. So I think, like, my biggest thing was you can never have enough burp rags.
Yeah,
because if you don't want to be doing laundry constantly, have lots of extra things to help you.
No, that's a really good one. That was one of the ones I was thinking of. Like, that's a life, like, that's something you can never have enough of compared to, like, jackets or something, you know?
Yeah.
Or, like, swaddle blankets. I didn't use them that much.
No, we swaddled Benson a lot. He liked being swaddled.
We used the Halo sleep sack.
Oh, okay.
Because Zach and I can't swaddle for shit. We had 3 different people show us at the hospital, and it just wasn't. So there's some that are Velcro, and then, like, just Velcro, and then we ended up, like, he found off-brand ones, I think at the BX or whatever. And then we found Halo Sleep Sack, which they sell at Target, and they're zip up, so you can zip them up, and then, like, zip it down for diaper changes, but their arms can still be swaddled, so when they're, like, they have different age ranges, so, like, the younger ones, you can Velcro their arms together.
Oh, okay.
And then when they're older, it's just so, since they can't sleep up with a blanket until they're like 1, that you can just have them like in the, and it just has their arms out.
Okay, I had like, when he got older, I had like just like the sleep sacks where he could have his arms out.
Yeah.
I could never swaddle. Like, I was so bad at it, but Gopal was like a master swaddler. Like, that kid was wrapped up tight every night. And he was so great. Like, he would wake up, and every time, like, I'd wake up to nurse Benson, like, he'd get him, bring him to me to nurse, take him, change his diaper, re-swaddle him, and, like, put him back in his bassinet. He was amazing. It was so nice. Like, I literally just had to wake up, nurse, and, like, go back to sleep. So that was definitely helpful.
Yeah, I totally forgot. So that brings us to our next one is definitely, like, swaddling. You can't swaddle.
Those Velcro zipper ones, helpful.
I swear to God, the Halo, it's stuck. He wants the part because the blanket's stuck.
Oh, I see.
The Halo sleep sack is the #1. Like, any kind of like sleep sack, because it just even easy when they get older and they don't need to swaddle. They're really good, so like you don't like, because you can't put a blanket with them yet. So
yeah.
I thought that's definitely a new mom must-have.
Definitely. And that brings us to baby blankets. Even though he couldn't sleep by himself with a baby blanket, I used them for me and him when I'd be sitting with him, either just like sitting hanging out, or if he'd be asleep, or I was nursing him or whatever. It was nice to have a blanket to just kind of put over us, keep us cozy on the couch.
We used it for his car seat and stuff like that, or if he was in a swing. Because Bentley was born in the winter. Yeah. So we use them a lot, like the fuzzy blankets and stuff like that, and I still have them. We'll use them like for like
still have baby blankets. Yeah, those are like his snugglies now. Like, he likes them to just hang out with. Yeah, so those are nice to have a lot of too because spit up happens.
Yeah.
Benson wasn't really bad about spitting up until he was like 3 months old. And then he became like massive puker. And then at like 4 months old, when he started like teething, he became a massive drooler. Like this kid drooled like no other. We got him the bibs, and we were changing bibs and clothes at least like 10 or 12 times a day from drool alone. It was so bad. So bibs are also something useful if you have a baby that is drooling a lot or spitting up. Those little baby bibs are so helpful. I think something else that we used like a lot were baby mitts that I didn't really realize how useful they'd be because he scratched himself really bad.
Keep the kinetic sand, please, in the tub. Thank you. This is expensive sand. No, I honestly didn't use the mitts that much. Only for like the first 3 months.
That's
maybe
not
not
even
even
how long
that.
I used them.
I would say it's like maybe for a must-have. Like, don't buy a shit ton.
Yeah, just buy like a pair or two and you'll be good. Like maybe have 2 pairs so you have 1 to switch out in case you need to.
Yeah.
But yeah, Benson was like making himself bleed and scratching himself a lot.
Bentley never.
Okay, I'm stuck.
Yeah, it's stuck. In case anyone's wondering what I'm talking about, Bentley's
sorry.
playing with kinetic sands and keeps trying to dump it out. Not sand, you know, it's expensive.
I just had to throw away all of Benson's because he spilled juice in it.
Oh, shit.
I was sad. I need to get him some more, but I'm kind of holding off because I just want to be done with the kinetic sand for a little bit. He loves it, but it's messy.
Yeah, no. I think another like must-have, and this is for moms who don't breastfeed, would be the baby breeza. That thing was a lifesaver. So we got that before Bentley was born. So because I see on our list we have bottle warmer. So this is literally a Keurig for babies.
Oh,
it
really?
warms the bottle, like it makes the bottle, and it's like it has a 3 temperatures. So you can have room temperature, warm, and then like a warmer bottle.
Oh, that's
so it's like
awesome.
3 different modes. It literally looks like a Keurig for babies. You just put the
so
formula and distilled water. But a lot of people don't like them because they say they get mold. Well, they do if you don't clean them.
Right.
You have to take apart the machine and clean
It's like
it.
with a coffee maker too. If you leave it and you don't clean it and you just let it like sit and build up moisture, it's gonna grow mold.
But we love that. That was a lifesaver. Yeah, no, if you're making a lot of and especially like how quick it does, so you don't have to do the stove or anything and make them.
You can just
like they're already warm, so you don't have to worry about warming them. Literally, it was godsend.
That is awesome.
Godsend. Best purchase I ever spent, and like it's worth the money. You can buy used ones and shit. But like, it's so fucking worth the money.
No, honestly, if I had formula fed, that definitely would have been on my list.
Yeah, no.
Yeah.
And not many people know about them, so I tell people, keep the sand in the tub.
Yeah, since I just breastfed, well, until he was like 6 months old. Then like I went back to work for a little while and we had to supplement with formula some. But when I was just breastfeeding, a bottle warmer was really nice because you have to be really gentle with warming that breast milk because it'll break down like all of the nutrients in it really easily. So the bottle warmer was nice to have for that.
Oh,
so
yeah,
I could set it to nice and low, and it was a lot easier than having to keep the water up on the stove and
the whole old school method.
Especially when it's like 2 a.m. and you're half asleep and you're like, oh my gosh.
That, as being a new mom, those precious moments of sleep are literally everything. So if there's a mom hack for that,
oh yeah,
take the mom hack. Don't listen to your great grandma who says, no, we did it this way. If you don't do this way, you're not a good mom. Shoot, whatever you gotta do, girl.
Get your rest because you're gonna need it so you don't go crazy. That kind of brings me to another thing that at least saved us with Benson was like baby rockers, swings, like literally anything to keep him in motion was a godsend. Like that was the only way I could get him to sleep sometimes because he, for like, I say it was for like a month or two, every night at like 6 o'clock, he would get like an upset stomach and would be until like 10, 11 o'clock at night just like screaming and upset. And the only way I could get him to sleep was to rub his belly for a little bit and then put him in his swing. And that would like knock him out, relax him, he'll be good. Oh, and that kind of reminds me of something else I actually didn't put on the list that I just remembered is Gripe Water.
Yes.
A lot of like
I use Gripe Water.
Had no idea what Gripe Water was, and I was like, you need it.
Bentley was
And
constipated for like 2
so
months, and it helped a
useful.
lot. We would give it to him like a couple drops before we sleep.
It's so nice, yeah. So Gripe Water is something that you can give your baby. You can get it at like Walmart, CVS, Target, Walgreens, like anywhere you can find Gripe Water.
And it's not like a medicated, it just helps soothe their stomach. It's not like Tylenol or shit. So I don't want people to think that we're drugging our babies.
No, it's something that's, you know, totally safe for little babies, and obviously, you know, always consult your pediatrician.
They have like nighttime
but it was
versions.
something that my pediatrician recommended to us. And yeah, you just give them a little bit when their tummy's upset, and it really helps like settle their stomach, calm them down. You can give it to them when they're really fussy, because a lot of times that's why they're fussy. You know, if you fed and changed them and they're still not calming down.
We used to till Bentley was a year old. Not even lying.
No,
we love that shit.
That stuff was amazing. Yeah, so that's something else that I use in conjunction with like the rockers and stuff.
To go back to that, I think you don't need every single one of those.
Yeah.
I personally,
just like
we had the
something that
bouncer
works good for him.
and exactly bounce him like when he got too big for the swing. But I think now that they have the swings that turn into the bouncers, I think if you're going to get one, that's going to be the one to get, because then you can transition. It's kind of like cribs, the transitioning cribs. I think that is more work.
Transition into toddler bed.
Yes, great. It's great. I know some cribs are so cute and like, but if you're not gonna have any more children, like I think you know it's best. I mean, granted, I have the transitioning one and I didn't use it that long.
I used mine down to a toddler bed.
I used it for like a couple months. And that was it.
A really good deal on like a nice mattress for him. That was a twin size, and so I ended up just getting rid of the crib and like because I had it as like the toddler bed. It was still, you know, like the crib mattress.
Yeah, no,
which is like the most comfortable, and so I got a good deal on a twin mattress that's like memory foam with the pillow top, and he started sleeping so much better when I got him that.
Yeah, no, we used it for a couple months. And like just without the like whole railing, just to get him used to like having the room, then we just switched him to his bed. But that's a whole other story. But no, I'm just thinking about like stuff like that. It's just like it makes more sense to have the transitioning stuff.
Swings and rockers are something that you can totally buy used, because it's not something that you use forever. Yeah. And so if you can find like a nice one on Facebook Marketplace and
or put it on your registry and pray someone buys it.
Put it on your registry.
That's what happened for us. My aunt bought Bentley's swing.
Oh, nice.
So
we got ours. We got Benson's monkey swing on Facebook Marketplace for free. And man, he used that thing like all the time. That was his favorite thing ever. Yeah, literally until he was too big for it. He loved it, and it was so heartbreaking when we had to get rid of it because he was so upset. But yeah, he really enjoyed that. Something that I got off of my registry that I was really excited about, my sister-in-law bought it for me, was a car seat stroller combo, like the travel system. And so it was like a baby car seat and like a regular stroller, but the car seat clicked into the stroller.
You know, not all. I'll let you finish and then I'll say what I thought. So I think a travel system is good depending on which stroller and stuff you want. So the stroller we had the Jeep stroller.
Okay.
And it was reversible, so you could push it over your side. Plus, it was really affordable. It's only $100, but I loved it. It's the same. It literally looks exactly like my wagon, but just a smaller version.
Okay.
It's by Delta Children, but they have. It's not a car seat combo, but you can have the Graco Snug Ride, and I knew I wanted a Snug Ride just for like safety, and that was like the most popular. That it was compatible. So like,
that's awesome.
And it was also compatible with like 2 ebb and flows. But I think as long as you find like at least something that's compatible with things you like, I feel like that's really good, because if I would have had to do over, I would have done the wagon.
Yeah.
I honestly would. I think the wagon, like for like going places, because Bentley can now, like we can still. So, side note. The wagon I have, you can also, there's an attachment where you can put a car seat on, like an actual like baby carrier car seat. Yes.
That's nice.
Which, and granted it's a little big in some stores and stuff, but, you can use, this goes into the transitioning thing. You can use that for years, because we still use
those
now.
wagons are useful for, gosh,
Bentley, when we went to
time.
San Francisco, he laid down in the whole thing, he was covered in blankets and took a nap.
That's awesome.
Like, it's stuff like that. Or, like, even when he outgrows it, we talked about you know, we could still use it for when we go places. Like when we went to Folsom Lake, we had Bentley on one side, and we put the cooler in and the chairs in, and like we just pushed everything in that. It makes it so much more easier.
Well, and that's what we used when we went trick-or-treating, is we used our wagons. We should have combined wagons. We like each brought our own wagons and realized really quickly like we should have just put them in the same wagon.
No shit. But no, I think a travel system is great, but if you know like a car seat kind of like
just
for the
something
stroller,
that you can put the car seat in the
and it
stroller
clicks
is
in too.
so useful, because if they're asleep in their car seat in the car and you want to go in the store, it's really nice because you can just move their car seat into the stroller.
Because Bentley's clicked in too.
Cover them up.
Like I said, they didn't come together,
they
but
can just use as you go through the store.
So just
and that was really nice for us. We didn't have to like get him out, wake him up, everything like that. And even sometimes when we got home and he'd be sleeping and we didn't want to wake him up, we'd bring it inside and let him just nap in it in the living room.
No shit.
You know, we loosen his buckles and like watch him and everything. But yeah, it was really nice for not having to wake him up all the time.
Yeah, not just going yes. But I think as long as like you find something that clicks in and just give you a little better state than mine. Just so like if you're like me and you find something you really like, see what car seats are compatible.
Yeah.
Like car seats. Get the car. If I had to do over, I probably wouldn't have gotten the car seat, the snug right at first. It was great, and no carrying and stuff because we don't want to wake them up.
Yeah.
But the Graco Forever, chef's kiss. Like, and you can do newborn stage. So instead of spending like $500 plus on 2 car seats, then you like
just get one.
Because they were both like $2. I think we paid $250 for the snug ride. We got that at Bye Bye Baby, and then the other one I think it was like $250 or something like that. I mean, honestly, I love the I wish I would have done over, like, that goes to my transitioning thing again. I wish I would have done the Forever first. I wouldn't have mind just carrying him and do the baby carrier, because I did that a lot, and I think, you know, definitely if you like to, your baby likes to be close to you, baby carriers are really great.
I had one of the baby wraps.
I never did one of those, because I was always terrified.
It was so much more comfortable than the baby carrier, and like he felt so much more secure. Like I was kind of freaked out about it at first. But like I watched some YouTube videos while I was still pregnant, and I like practiced wrapping it and everything, and I could put it on by myself with him. But like my baby carrier, I needed a second person to be able to do it. Yeah.
I could do it myself.
I needed somebody to like either click it while I held him or like hold him while I like clicked all the parts together.
I always put it on me first, and then I would put him in and then adjust the straps.
Yeah.
But
I couldn't put him in I couldn't finish like attaching it in the back the way that mine worked until he was in it.
That makes sense.
Yeah, and so I just loved, and I felt like my baby wrap was more comfortable because it like totally evenly distributed the weight from like my shoulders down to like my hips. So I loved my baby wrap. I used it a lot.
Hey Bentley, can you go bring mommy that other blankie? It's cold in here. It's so cold in here. I keep seeing your breath. I'm like, this is so cold. I need to get a heater for here, but we're about to be gone, so.
Yeah.
Which
I actually have a little portable heater in my garage. I should bring it with me next
time. There we go.
I didn't even think about that.
Let's see the next one.
A tummy time mat is something. So I don't know if like a lot of you know what Totoro is.
Don't you touch that
but it's like an anime kids movie. Me and my husband like anime a lot, and Totoro was like one of my favorite like comfort movies before we had Benson, so we decided to do a Totoro nursery. And it's really hard to find Totoro stuff, so we customized like a lot of it. And my mother-in-law is like this amazing seamstress, so she made us a custom Totoro tummy time mat, which I still have. He still uses it to like sit on and play and stuff. I just got rid of like the parts that go over. But I loved his tummy time mat. We spent a lot of time on it with him playing. And
I think we had one, but it was one that I found like a year ago, and I wish it wasn't very comfy. So if I did a do-over, I would spend the money on like an actual
like a nice cushy one, yeah. Because if you don't have like a rug or something under it, because they're gonna be learning how to roll and they hit their heads a lot.
And we have tile floor where we live before, so I mean we have tile now, but like we have the laminate in like the living area where in the carpet in his room. So I would have done over and got a nice tummy time mat that could turn into...
His Binky leash is on him in like almost every picture. Because they drop them constantly.
Yeah.
So you have to pick them up and clean them, and they lose them, and you end up finding one. You end up having to go and buy more, and then next thing you know, you move your couch to vacuum, and you find like 10 under there. So it's definitely nice to have that. Definitely don't leave it on them like when they're sleeping or anything. But
Oh, I did.
Oh, did you? Oh, I didn't. I was scared because it's like
I would
like,
clip
the
it
neck.
to like the bottom part,
Oh, okay.
so then if he wouldn't,
So that
lose
way it
straight.
wouldn't like reach. That makes sense.
I gotta look. Bring it up. I actually made a list forever ago. Let me sign in so I can see what I have. If you remember when I did that Mamahood shit,
Oh yeah.
like my Mamahood this. I did a newborn must-have, but I gotta try to see if I can find it. I have almost there. Is there a preview? Okay, there's the box. My Mamahood must-haves, part 2. Okay, we'll look at this. Okay, so this is for moms. So like this is the stuff that I put for like actual moms.
This is important too. Like mamas, please don't forget yourselves and all this. Like you are important even after that baby is born still. So and you need stuff too.
Yeah, no, so I put one thing, Ponytails and Scrunchies. Like I can't live without them. Messy bun, half up, half down, or even just as a cute accessory. It's on the go and great to keep in the diaper bag. Especially those, you know, the ones that I wear where it's like the rubber.
Yeah.
Love those. Leggings, lots and lots of leggings.
All of the leggings.
You know, you can make it, dress it up, you can dress it down. Sweatshirts. I'm all about being comfort, especially if you're breastfeeding. I'm sure it's nice to have something very comfortable, especially if your boobs being engorged and shit.
Oh my gosh, yeah. Stuff that was soft and like oversized so that it was easy to move around, but like comfy and yeah.
Then next I had was dry shampoo.
Dry shampoo is going to be your lifesaver because showering after having a newborn is a pain.
Yeah, no shit.
It's just hard to find that time.
A good pair of tennis shoes, because if you're going places and stuff like that and chasing after a toddler for years to come, you're gonna want some good tennis shoes. And then ponytails, but for jeans. So when your jeans don't fit, there's a trick that you can tie it around here.
Oh, you tie with the button, and I totally did that with my jeans.
Until you're like back to where you want to be.
I did it actually at the beginning of my pregnancy more. Like when I was...
Bentley, can you not do this right here? Well, you need to take it somewhere else.
Yeah, when I first started getting my belly, but I like wasn't quite ready to buy like maternity pants yet, that's what I did. And then after I had him, I just lived in like those like postpartum like mesh underwear and sweatpants. Was my life.
Oh, then the last thing I had was bubble baths, so our bath bombs for quality relaxation time. Mama needs a break.
Absolutely. And you know something that I used to do with Benson when I wanted to take a bath or a shower or something was I had one of like those little baby like bouncers and I put him in there and just take him in the bathroom with me. I had like my shower curtain was like this black and white geometric pattern, which is something that babies really like to look at. And it'll actually entertain them for a good while to sit and kind of watch it. And so I would put on some of his baby music. He would be able to look at the shower curtain if I was in the shower, or if I was in the bath, I'd sit there and talk to him and bounce him. And that was a way that I was able to get that time in.
I promise I'm listening. I'm trying to hear. Okay, I found the last one. Cool. I totally forgot about this vlog. There's some good ones we can talk to. Because I had things, I talked about postpartum and loneliness, and then I also talked about transitioning into at the time when I was writing this, transitioning into a stay-at-home mom. We can talk about, that would be a really good, we talk about that one.
That would be a good episode.
Because I just had someone ask me about how it was becoming a stay-at-home mom. Yeah. So I feel like we should do another episode on stay-at-home moms, but just saying Baby Breeza, and it's called the Pro Advanced Formula Mixer. And at the time it was $199.99 at Target, which isn't too bad for a full year worth of use.
And you will use it. Like, I am sure that will get a good amount of use.
I personally liked Pampers Swaddlers because they had the line down the middle and it turned blue when they peed. So you knew when they peed. So if any kind of diaper that lets you know when they peed, get it.
Yes. I used the Huggies, I can't remember which kind they were. They were like the cloud ones or something. I don't know. I got those ones for him because they did the same thing. You could see when he peed and they were super like soft.
Yeah. No,
is what I liked
think it's
about
important
them.
as long as you knew, like, if the diaper showed when they peed, that was good.
Yes.
I personally like the Tommy Tippy pacifiers because they have the one for each stage of their life. They have a newborn one, which is, it's not like a regular shaped pacifier. It was completely like a circle, like a nipple.
Oh, okay.
And Bentley took to that literally the day he was born. They were very shocked. But they also have ones for like teeth, like when they're older, when their teeth coming in. So there's like for each, like 12 to 18 months, 3 to 6 months, 6 to 9. And they also have some like glow in the dark.
Oh, that is really nice.
Glow in the dark pacifiers. I like the Tommy Tippy, but I like them a lot more because we use them for his bottles too. So I like to try to keep things similar. So that would be my tip for a new mom must have. Depending on if the brand of bottles you have has pacifiers, keep them together because the nibbles will be similar.
Okay.
Does that make sense?
That does, yeah.
You want to watch some content? Then dry shampoo, obviously, but that was so far. That was all I had. Oh, and Boppy. We didn't even talk about Boppies.
Oh my god. We still have our Boppy. He still uses it as like his pillow because he can like turn and like snuggle it. He likes it.
I didn't think we got rid of one of
That
them.
like took me a second. I was like, what is a Boppy? I was like, oh yeah. No, we loved our Boppy. I found mine at the thrift store for like $3, and then I got like new pillow covers on it. So if you don't know me, I'm like a major like thrifter, good deal, secondhand kind of person. Like I love doing that kind of stuff.
Ain't nothing wrong with that.
Like a lot of stuff that I get is definitely like from there. We loved our Boppy. That thing was nice.
We had the newborn one, but that's like recalled now.
Yeah.
And then we had the other one too, but I just used it for like tummy time and stuff like that, both of them, because Bentley hated tummy time, so that was not a joy. So I was told to use a Boppy you can use to help prop them up a little bit, and that helped a lot. I think that really covers everything.
I think so too, yeah. And I mean, if you have any other things when you had a newborn that you thought were just like, you need this in your life, like comment. Definitely, like, comment on the show, comment on our Instagram post.
Or YouTube.
Yeah. Just definitely, like, drop a comment with, like, your favorite mama must-have.
Yep. All right, and I think that wraps us up, and thanks for tuning in to this episode. Hope you guys enjoyed it, and we'll see you next week.
Have a good day, guys.
Bye.